What's up, guys? Welcome back to part 3 of my Let's Talk Twosun Knives mini-series. If you saw parts 1 and 2, thank you, I appreciate that. And I just wanted to say I apologize for taking so long getting part 3 out. I got really sick for the last couple weeks, and it just put this whole thing off. But I was also waiting on more Twosuns, and I finally got some of those in. So before we get to all the pros and cons, I did want to go over those real quick. So yeah, first one that I picked up is the TS227 Dreadnought. This is a Jelly Jerry design. And this is a really cool, kind of intriguing, fantasy-ish, what's it called? Clip point design. It's just got all these weird curves and valleys and peaks to it, but still a very interesting, cool design by Jelly Jerry. Feels really good in the hand. Very nice ergonomics. It's got this rugged linen micarta, and I did want to make a quick correction. I was calling this a burlap last video, but now that I've seen this micarta, I would kind of just consider it more of a rough linen, somewhat of a canvas. But yeah, I've seen some of their other micartas, and they're more of a burlappy, like the budget version of the TS38 here. So I would call those a burlap and this more of a rough linen. But just wanted to make that quick correction. And so yeah, this got a inset liner. There's only one liner on this side, none on the show side. It's just a thick piece of micarta. It does have this steel tab that sits in here for the bearing. No bearing tracks on this one, which is pretty interesting, but it is a budget model. Comes in the stonewash finish. You could see the satin a little bit underneath. I wish they would have done a little bit better of a stonewash there. But I have seen these where they come two-tone, where this is stonewashed and then this is satin, so kind of wondering why they did the full stonewashing. Very interesting there. Deep carry folded 420 stainless steel pocket clip that they normally use. And on mine, I kind of chipped the micarta here, if you noticed. I was trying to clean up this micarta, and since it's really thin right here, I went a little too rough and messed it up. But I probably wouldn't have noticed if I hadn't mentioned it. And it's just a little spot. But yeah, the micarta is not the best or the nicest, but it's okay. It's I did kind of try to polish it up a little using my strop and my ceramic stone. I don't really have any sandpaper or anything, but I just kind of smoothed it over a little bit, and that kind of helped a little. This one's got a bit of a late detent. I mean, there's the angle, doesn't clear it till here, so you will kind of have to hang back on this one, but if you get it in the right spot, you'll be past it. And then this got a very, very smooth drop shot. It's running a little dry right now. I don't have any pivot lube, but it's one of my smoothest Twosuns even without the pivot lube at the moment. So very nice there. These fullers, they do work. They're better off in the right hand. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, it's a little difficult doing it around the camera, and I'm not right-handed. Can't really do it left-handed. You could, but you kind of lock yourself into the detent, pushing it up, and then since you're way up here, you can't really get that much leverage since you're locking yourself in. And the detent on this one is pretty nice and strong. I've heard that some have been weak on this model, but mine's got a really, really nice detent, so it works out very nicely. But that's this model here, the TS227 Dreadnought by Jelly Jerry. Next is the oh, and this does have a detent ramp, by the way, so that was nice, even though it didn't come with bearing tracks. And then the stonewash subliner, even though you really won't see that. So after that, I picked up the TS136 Stingray by Mazwan Mohktar. This one's in M390, and this is a very, very nice knife. I did kind of scratch it up a little using it. Kind of upset me, but it is what it is. They're meant to be used. And yeah, just a very, very nice, well-built knife here. The Stingray is a slim but full-bodied, nice, good in the hand knife. Carbon fiber inlays on both sides. You got this marble kind of shred carbon fiber. It's got this overlaid hybrid frame lock construction. Nice little mini clip here. And it's one of the ball clips that Mazwan always uses. But it works okay. It's just you don't get a lot of room getting it into the pocket. But it works fine. It's just using thinner pant material when it comes to keeping this knife on you. The lockbar access is not the best, but it does work fine. You can get it easy. Reverse flick, perfect. Same with thumb flick, works very, very nice. And it is a front flipper, but this front flipper kind of feels more like an afterthought. I wish he would have rounded it. A lot of my nitpicks for this knife, for the TS305, pretty much the updated version of this knife, a lot of my nitpicks were corrected into that knife. So this knife is really good. I really like it, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love the 305 when I get it, judging by how much I already enjoy this one. And the nitpicks that I had, he fixed them all, like clearance, more lockbar clearance access, and then the flipper tab, how he rounded it. I would have liked this one to be rounded instead of having this kind of angular geometry. It just makes it so that you kind of have a little bit of a, how would you put it? Just this curved spot here when you're resting in it. It just feels a little like you're trapped in here. I don't really know how to describe it, but there's not a lot of room. It works fine though. It's just not my favorite geometry for a front flipper. And then being that this is a heavy set top blade, the blade being heavy up here, it does kind of affect the way you actuate the knife front flipping it, since it requires a little bit more of a finger pressure, finger strength. But good detent on this one. And then yeah, this is the upgraded one with the full back spacer. So internal relief cut, really like that, perfectly centered. And yeah, this is just a very, very nice knife, Tonto-ish grind, interesting blade shape. And then even though there's no flipper tab, you can catch this one where that end right here will hit your thumb, so you can close that one without guillotining yourself either. But like with all knives, you kind of just gotta get used to it and learn the knife, learn the learning curve of the knife, and you'll master it. And that one too also has a detent ramp, very nice. So after that, I picked up the TS269, and this is a night morning design. This is a really, really, really nice knife. The machining on here is just incredible. I mean, very well made, exceptionally done. The tolerances, perfect on this knife. Just everything is so well done. And for 73 bucks, oh yeah, I didn't even mention the prices on these two. Got these, all of these knives came from White Mountain Knives. I have 5 of them, by the way, that I'm going to show. So, all of them came from White Mountain Knives. Use a 10% discount code to get them cheaper. No taxes, which is why I love going through White Mountain Knives. Paid 36 for this one, 93 for this one, and then 73 on this one. So, just a fantastic price for all 3 of these. I mean, come on, a little over 200 bucks for these 3 beautiful knives. You just can't beat that. And the action on this one's ridiculous. Middle finger flick works fine, perfect. Thumb flick, just everything works beautifully on this knife. Action is just ridiculous. But yeah, I've been getting more thumb stud and like knives with holes and stuff instead of flippers. I've been trying to move away from flippers, so I've been getting more into these knives. But yeah, very, very nice design. Love this blade shape. It's kind of got this like late harpoon up here. A little bit of jimping. You do kind of have to choose between the poon and the jimping here, which one you want to use, but you can use either one. The jimping's okay, or choke up a little more and use that thumb ramped late harpoon. But very nice ergonomics. Love this clip. Works very well. The forward finger choil, it's on the smaller end, but it still works nicely. For my hand, works good. But yeah, just beautiful milling. And then this one's got a very early detent. Yeah, it hits right here. It's past it. It's got a shallow detent ramp, but it does have one. Some of the models kind of vary in their detent ramp depthness, I guess. But yeah, there's this one here. That's the TS269. And then that one's in D2. This one's in M390, and then 14C 28N. So after picking that one up, I picked up the TS270, so next model in line. And this is, from what I've heard people call it, the Eagle, which definitely is appropriate. That blade looks like an eagle head. I don't know if that's the official name by Mazwan Mohktar, but that's applicable. And for this one, I paid $103, which is just an amazing deal. This is an incredible, incredible knife. Large, but just a very nice knife. Very well built. Love that stonewashed look that they did to it. 14C here. Glad that they're doing more stonewashing on their 14C. Just definitely a better choice. But yeah, just a very well thought out design here. A lot of design elements and choices that make this an exceptionally well built and just very well done knife. The stonewashing on the handle's really nice too. It's got this little micro milling patterning on it. Can't really catch it with my camera here, but yeah, internal relief cut, which I'm very happy about. Pocket clip is nice. It's right on the flats here, so easy to get in and out of the pocket. It's got an integral design, even though it's not an integral. It's just got that closed backspacer, pseudo integral. But yeah, just exceptionally well done. And then forward finger choil on this one too, on the smaller end as well, but still works fine for my hand. Jimping is very nice, works very good, it's grippy. And then this blade stock is quite thin, so surprisingly this thing is pretty slicey. It's got that like slicer grind to it. It's a little bit thicker here in the back, and then it thins out to the tip, so just a very nice grind here. The detent angle on this one is super early. I mean, it hits immediately. It's got a detent ramp as well, and passes that. It's got this little bump here where if you're in the right spot, you can catch it when it comes down, and then close it the rest of the way. This one's running dry, so the action on it can be a little bit better. These two are running a little dry too, but I mean they were smoother, but still very smooth. Works very well for reverse flick. Thumb flick works nicely too. They're very well tuned for both. The detent is. It's a little bit of a lighter detent, but for it being, you know, a finger flipper, it does need to have a little bit of a lighter detent. So I'm happy with the way this one's tuned. It's just really nice. Last, but certainly not least, is the one I just picked up today. It's the TS220 Nautilus by Jelly Jerry, and yeah, really happy with this one. 14C, if I didn't mention that. Yeah, I did actually. But yeah, back to this one. The 220 Nautilus. Just a really, really cool knife. I saw this one on White Mountain Knives. It was only up for a few hours and they were all sold out immediately, so definitely had to pick this one up. Been wanting to get it for a minute. It does compare to the TS66 here. Kind of similar in style, that full arm blade shape, and yeah, just got a little bit of similarities to it. And yeah, the 220 here is just a really nice titanium frame lock flipper. It's got this tab here for the over travel stop, hidden screw construction for the pocket clip. Nice blade shape, simple kind of overall, but still good looking. It's got these milled out slots. Same thing for their fuller, so that when it's open, it's kind of got these parallel symmetrical lines to it to look. Small little choil, still usable, but definitely on the smaller side. And very, very nice ergonomics for my hand. Works out perfectly. The detent angle on this one is a little late to normal. Well, normal to late, I should say. But yeah, passes it here, and then if you're up too close, you won't get past it. But if you're more in the middle here, kind of in the normal range, you will get past it. It'll hit your thumb and then go the rest of the way. And then this one is running dry too, so I need to get that oiled. I don't have any pivot lube, so I definitely need to get some more. But yeah, this is everything I got so far. I was gonna get into the pros and cons, but since this took a little longer, I'm gonna do a part 4. That'll be strictly just information, but I will use these knives to back up that information. I didn't want to get too lengthy in this video, so I'm gonna cut it here. But hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, this one didn't mention the price. I paid what was it, $103, and it's got a detent ramp on it too. So all exceptional knives from Twosun. Just loving my collection so far, but definitely recommend any one of these knives. And yeah, please stick around for part 4. I'll be doing that soon. I won't take as long, I promise. But yeah, see you on the next video. Thank you for watching, and have a good one, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.